As we talked about earlier, the first priority of a setter is simply just to make a good set. The second priority is to make the right set. That's what we're going to work on in these series of drills right here, is how to make sure that we're making the right set all the way through. First drill that we're going to do is our setter's just going to go ahead and read the middle blocker, and whichever way the middle blocker leans, the setter's going to set away from it. Here you go, movement first, ball. So middle blocker shifts and moves one way, setter simply just sets the other way, creating that one-on-one space. I do think it's important that as coaches, we're always moving the point of the pass. Well, this angle here makes it a lot more difficult for the setter to know which way to go. Good. Now, in matches, we always don't have the luxury of being able to have a middle that's going to move that dramatically. We need to look at much more subtle cues. So this drill right here, we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. The middle is just going to lean one way or the other. Here we go. This will be a lot more challenging for her. Good. Now, what's more important than anything else as a setter running an offensive system, the perception of where the middle blocker is extremely important. Now, right now, I don't want our setter to actually turn her head and look. I actually want her still to look at the ball but see the middle blocker out of the corner of her eye. She can sense the movement out of the corner of her eye. And I think a lot of mistakes are made when a setter actually turns to look at the block, when all she really needs to do is just sense where that middle blocker is. And so we train our setters just to look out of the corner of their eye to sense the movement of the middle blocker. Good. Now we're going to take the next progression off the drill that we just did. We've actually went out and we've added the 3 targets now. Before, we weren't really worrying so much about where the ball went. Now we're going to put a bit more emphasis on the location of the set as well. So same drill. First of all, we're going to start with our middle blocker stepping one way or the other, and then we're going to progress toward that middle blocker only leaning one way or another. Here we go. Ready? Ball. Clear. And ball. Good. Ball. 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 Now in this drill, the setter has the option, if the middle slides over, the setter has the option of setting away from that motion. If the middle holds, the setter has the option of setting the middle on a 31. Or if the middle fronts the setter has the option of setting the middle on a 31 or the outside hitter. So right now the setter is simply just making a read based on middle blocker's movements and then deciding who she wants to set from there.